Welcome back to After Scene. Today, we're diving deep into HBO's Task Episode 4, All Roads. And this episode reveals something most viewers completely missed. While everyone was focused on Cliff's horrifying death, the writers were quietly showing us that the phone everyone's been tracking has been playing a shell game. And when you trace back who actually had access to it, the mole mystery becomes far more complicated than Kathleen's suspicious phone call. The episode proves that loyalty isn't strength. It's the weapon being used to kill everyone. Episode 4 opens with Tom driving through winding roads, replaying Joe's warning about the mole in his team. Tom briefs volunteers from Tony's department on their primary targets, Cliff and his unknown accomplice. When Aaliyah shows Ray's phone to the group in that evidence bag, pay attention to the lock screen. That detail becomes critical later. Cliff is staying with Robbie and mentions he couldn't sleep. Robbie has arranged a meeting with Bartos to finalize their escape to Canada. Meanwhile, Perry searches through old photo albums at Donna's house for clues about their internal mole. He spots a picture of Billy and Maeve, but dismisses it. Remember that moment. Vincent arrives and delivers devastating news. The Mother Club wants Jason out, and the hit is scheduled for Friday. Perry shares his suspicions that their mole has personal ties to Jason, but it's too late. Emily meets with her school counselor and reveals Sarah's ultimatum before the tragedy. Either Ethan goes or she goes. Emily confesses that as an adopted child, she feels obligated to always show gratitude, which prevents her from expressing complex emotions. The counselor reminds her that adoption wasn't her choice. Tom briefs Kathleen about the leak, but she dismisses his concerns. The second Tom leaves, Kathleen pulls out her personal cell phone and makes a call. "We have a problem."
It's me. We may have a problem.
Using a personal cell instead of official channels strongly suggests she's communicating with an outside party. Perry visits Shane, who reveals Billy wasn't killed for stealing money. Jason murdered him because he discovered the affair with Aaron. Shane's conscience is eating at him. For Perry, this lie should demand Jason's removal, yet he can't abandon Jason despite the clear danger. The flashback to Robbie's past shows Billy was the glue holding the family together. We see Robbie's wife, Karen, distant in their relationship. Billy points out Karen has already left emotionally, but Robbie can't let go.
I don't want to let her go.
Robbie, she's already gone. Just let her go.
Then Aaron arrives, and Billy admits he tried ending the affair, but didn't try hard enough. The transition from this bright memory to the dark present is devastating. Robbie meets with Bartos, leaving Cliff and Sam in the car. Cliff naps, and Sam decides to release the fish they caught. A concerned man approaches, questioning Sam's lack of supervision. When Robbie returns panicking, the man takes a photo before Robbie beats him brutally. Cliff throws the phone into the woods, but the damage is done. Perry confronts Jason at Donna's bar, punching him in the face. Jason reveals the meeting with Cliff is tonight, then explains why he killed Billy. Aaron was taking the kids. Jason's justification mirrors Robbie's perfectly. Robbie tells Maeve his plan to leave for Canada, but Maeve refuses. "You're not going to ruin their lives just because you ruined yours."
I can't live without my kids.
Well, maybe you should have thought about that before you started robbing those houses. You're not gonna ruin their lives just because you ruined yours.
Tom's task force sets up the sting, but the Dark Hearts, tipped off by Kathleen, plan to strike simultaneously. Tom stops a car, thinking it's Cliff, but it's a couple looking for their dog. Cliff texts what he believes is Ray's phone, but it goes directly to Jason. The Dark Hearts ambush Cliff, running him off the road. Perry and Jason demand information about the leak and the missing drugs. Cliff refuses to give up Robbie. Jason wraps cellophane over Cliff's face, suffocating him to death. Cliff protected Robbie to his last breath. Now here's the connection most viewers missed entirely. When Aaliyah shows Ray's phone in the evidence bag during the briefing, we later see Tony using what appears to be the same phone to contact Cliff. But then Jason receives Cliff's texts on that identical phone. This isn't a continuity error. It's revealing how the mole operates. Either Kathleen accessed evidence and cloned the phone, or someone else on the team is involved. Notice the parallel structure. Perry looking at that photo of Billy and Maeve earlier, dismissing it. Then, at the episode's end, Perry finds the same photo again and notices Billy holding the same gun Cliff had. Perry's delayed recognition isn't about being slow. It's about his unwillingness to see what's right in front of him because it would force him to act against Jason. But here's what everyone completely overlooked: the stark contrast between parent mode and fight-or-flight mode. Robbie beats a man senseless, then minutes later dances with his daughter. Aaron cooks dinner and helps with homework, then minutes later is accused of plotting her husband's murder with Perry's hand around her throat. The episode is showing us that these aren't separate people. They're the same people forced to switch between protecting their children and protecting themselves. And that impossible balance is what's destroying everyone. Episode 4 functions as the mid-season turning point where consequences finally arrive. The mole revelation with Kathleen feels almost too obvious. The suspicious call, the looks she gives Tom, which makes you wonder if the show is misleading us. Would the writers really reveal something this major so transparently? The real question isn't just who the mole is, but whether they're acting alone or if there's a deeper conspiracy involving someone on Tom's team. Perry's loyalty crisis is fascinating. Will he warn Jason about Friday's hit or finally let go? Jason's justification, she was going to take the kids.
She was gonna take the kids. She's gonna leave me.
Is identical to Robbie's justification for everything. Both men are destroying lives to protect their idea of fatherhood. Robbie's isolation is complete. Cliff is dead. Maeve has given him an ultimatum. His daughter didn't think he'd show up. Sam wants to go home. He's sitting alone with drugs and nowhere to go. The episode's final moments create parallel discoveries. Tom shifts through team files trying to unmask the mole. Perry finds that photo, noticing Billy holding Cliff's gun. Maeve is involved. Tom receives the photo from Aaliyah showing Robbie's distinctive arm tattoo. The net is tightening from both sides. Next week, Perry knocks on Maeve's door, and Tom's investigation closes in from the other side. Somewhere in the middle, Robbie must decide. Does he protect himself, or does he finally do the right thing for Sam? The question isn't whether Robbie gets caught anymore. It's who catches him first. What do you think? Is Kathleen really the mole, or is the show setting up a bigger twist? Drop your theories in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe for weekly breakdowns that dig deeper than the surface.